That was a good bit of bait right there. That might be too small to stay in the net though. Oh no, they were good sized mullet. Finally coming through here. I got a couple in this throw. Alright, these are worth keeping alive if we can get the aerator to work here. Okay. Get this aerator plugged up. And hopefully it kicks on. Last time it didn't want to stay on. Hey, we've got sound. There, you hear it? Alright, we got a couple of good mullet. You guys will look, these are perfect flounder sized mullet here. So we want to try to keep them alive. Catch some more. This will be a catch and bait session right here. I've got plans to go and maybe do a little flounder fishing. But I wanted to try out this crab trap that I got. It's like a crab snare is what they call it. And I've only tried it out in the surf because that's how I've seen the Western Coast folks using it. But I went, you know what? I bet this thing will work in the creek, and that's where I need to use it. Man, the wind's really blowing today. I'm trying to take all of my stuff. I've got this bucket with water behind me here, and hopefully it's going to keep our tripod in place from falling. So I've seen a good bit of flashes here. Tide should be on its way. And now we'll have like a later evening high tide. And that's what I see here, is that the water is filtering back in. It's where we're at. So thanks for tuning in, y'all. Hit that like button for me. What's up, Anton? How you doing? We're out here catching some bait. Oh, there's some chilling over there by the bank. Look kind of small though. There's some coming up underneath me here. Also small. Small enough to get through my net. Hey, what's up, Anton? Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon. Mid-afternoon. Another beautiful day for us to catch some bait and then maybe go catch some fish right after. Those are some good looking mullet right there. Let me walk down there before I get this net hooked up on the bridge and the piling. Yeah, that wind is coming in some strong gusts here. About near lost y'all. I've got everything set up low. What's up, Shaq? How you doing? I love the way you play ball. Dude, everything just like flew out here. That gust of wind kind of caught us off guard there. That caught us off guard, came from a different direction. No biggie though. Smash that, crash that like button, crash the stream by hitting that like button so much that the app can't handle it. All right, we need another good school to come by here. Man, it is Wind day today. What's up, Taha? There you go. Said your name, buddy. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, and y'all are already leaving comments, which is awesome. All right, I need to get like a weighted. I need to get a weighted tripod. All right, those are some good mullet. It looks like they're hanging a little low. I'm just gonna throw a random one, let it sink, and we'll see if we pick anything up. Yeah, I just saw a bunch swim up from where I just threw that. They're kind of small though. What we want is a little bigger than that. We got something in here. What do we have? Oh, we've got some nice jacks, some baby jacks, and some baby pinfish. And a spot. So let me show you guys the jacks. There's a little school of jacks here. And these guys are small. Let me see if I can lip it so you can see most of it. Yeah, that's a jack right there. You guys hear it making all that noise? We got a little spot here. Perfect for catching flounder with. Could have sworn I had something else in there, but I don't really see it anymore. So we'll just do some throws like that, let it sink down at the bottom. Thought I saw one in here. Right, that first throw we had, I was on Facebook. Was I on Facebook or was I on here? Can't really remember. But we got a couple of good, what you call it? A couple of good mullet. So I decided I'll try to keep everything alive. Ooh, there's a school right there. They're small still. I want something bigger. I want something bigger than those. What's up, Mark? How you doing? Yeah, I said your name already, buddy. You're gonna have to send me like $100 super chat if you want me to say your name again. Oh, look at that over there. There's some good bait. I'll be back. I gotta go on this side. All right, we should have picked something up on that throw. Oh, they're so small, they were able to get out. Most of them were. I saw them swimming out of the net. That's crazy. They look a little bigger, though, than last weekend. Dude, this oyster rock, just chuck it. Okay, those were all tiny. They swam out of my net. Kind of crazy. Dude, it is burning up. You're right. About 100 degrees in my car, at least. It's like 90 out here. This wind's kind of nice, though. Have I caught anything? I'm out here catching bait, Jose. So, yeah, I've caught some bait. But everything's super small still. I got a couple of good finger mullet, but everything I'm seeing is really, really small and escaping through my net. I got a few jacks and spots, and we might be able to hook up on some flounder with that later on, as long as I can keep them live. This the aerator is working. Let me make sure. I've got a new one on order that's rechargeable instead of battery powered, but it won't be here until tomorrow. All right, let's see. I see a lot of stuff swimming up from the bottom. I let this sink. I felt a couple of bumps when I was pulling it. Oh, dude, you guys are gonna be going crazy when you see what I pull up here. Look at those big old mullet that we got. Look at those. I felt them when I was pulling it up here. That was a really lucky throw. Those are really good shark bait. Hoo-ha-ha. But as far as using them for flounder, they are way too massive. Let me show you guys what we just hooked up there in the net. It's gonna make my hands smell atrocious. So now I love you guys that I'm doing this. Look at those big old mullet. I'm not throwing these in the bucket because they're gonna make it smell bad. Actually, they're gonna kill everything in there. That's what I meant to say. Because they're savages and they use up all the oxygen. So I'm gonna leave them to cook right here on the concrete. And that's what I'm gonna use for crab bait later on this evening. Dude, those guys tried to ruin my net. They made my net smell really bad too. Gotta open this thing back up because they were twisting it all up. Man, this wind is crazy. I don't know who's calling me. Leave a message, buddy. Ocean? No, I'm not going to the ocean today. I'll be going to the creeks that feed into the ocean. God willing. Everything goes well here and I can make it out there. No issues. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get all this stuff back. It's going to be quite the walk. It's quite a bit of a walk to make it where I'm at right now. But we'll figure out how we're going to get everything back to the car. Because now that there's water and fish in that bucket, I can't throw the net in there. And I don't want to throw those mullet. I might just walk and pull up the car and then hope that everything's still here when I come back. That's just a bridge that we'll cross in a little bit. I need to catch some more bait. Mainly all we've got right now are 2 finger mullet that are perfect size for flounder. A couple of spots in there, 1 white perch, or sand perch, sorry, and a bunch of jacks, which I'm sure flounder will eat those as well. Thank you for the likes, guys. Smash that like button for me. Make the app crash from how many likes we get in the next second. All right, well, I'm just going to throw a random one again. See what's out there. We got another spot, another baby spot on that throw. Perfect flounder size bait, as long as we can keep it alive in the cooler there, in the bucket. Guys, don't be so allergic to the like button. Smash it. I see the progress here. I see who likes the video. And if you're just lurking, well, we're just going to have to kick you off the app. These fish are avoiding me now. Oh, there's some. They're really tiny though. But it seems that the bigger ones are hanging out below them. So hopefully we get some on that. Make sure it hits the bottom and then pull it up. We got something in there. Looks like a couple of good mullet on that throw. Sweet. Got a few good mullet there. That'll be perfect flounder bait. We got one jack that swam into the net. Just trying to make my life harder than it needs to be. All right, there we go. A few good sized mullet there for bait. And as long as we can keep everything alive, then we'll be cooking with butter very shortly. That water's already super hot though. So what I'm gonna have to do is take one of those frozen water bottles that I have in my car and throw it in there to help keep those guys cool. This will solvent. Okay. I don't know what you're trying to say, buddy. I think you had a stroke mid-comment. It's going to be a fun walk back with this bucket, with all these fish too. Try to figure out the best way to do this. I'm thinking right now. I was kind of hoping somebody would walk out here. Oh, wow. Good bit of bait right there. Oh, such a great throw, dude. They jumped all throughout it, but they're super small, most of them. But I think we can get some better sized ones down at the bottom by letting it drop. No, but we did get some. I'll show you guys how tiny these are. There's a giant school of them, so I threw on them just to mess around, see if there was anything there. But look how small these mullet are. And that's why they're swimming through my net. They are tiny. Tiny mullet. Got a jack right there. I'll throw him back in. Some bait right here. They look small too, but maybe something hanging out below them. Great throw. I wish I could show you guys all of them jumping when I throw this net. So I'm getting some really, really good throws. But the problem is that these are small. I did find some nice ones down at the bottom though. If you guys see that. I don't know, the wind's trying to keep everything off camera. But we did get a few nice ones at the bottom. And so our theory is holding true so far, that the good ones are hanging down underneath these schools of tiny mullet that I just showed you. So far, everything's staying alive. Staying alive. Staying alive. Yeah, everything's staying alive in there. We're on a good track right here. If we can get a couple more, then I think I'm going to call it and go do some fishing. I got 50 in here watching me. 40 of you are lurking. There we go. We got another like. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, there's a good bit of flashes in this school, so I know Oh, that was a terrible throw. I'm glad you guys couldn't see that. It looked like a golf course. Man, there's something right here that my net keeps hanging up on. I gotta watch out for. This wind is trying to grab everything. Let's make sure this thing is opening up right. Yep, there we go. That tangle's in it. Liverpool, UK, checking in. Just dropped the sub. Well, I thank you, buddy, for tuning in, giving us some support, leaving us a comment, and subscribing. And hopefully more will follow suit. I mean, I tend to do quite a bit of live streams for you guys all throughout the states. Catching bait, catching fish, having a good time, down by the beach, down by the creeks, off the bridges. You never know where you'll find me. We don't do the same thing every week. I think I've spooked these fish because they are not showing themselves anymore. How you doing, Marcus? Thank you for tuning in. I think what I'll do is throw another random one. Although I do not want any more of these big mullets. If I get some more of them, I'm going to toss them back in because we don't need them. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about if you're just now getting here. This is what I'm talking about, big mullet right there. I can't use it. I mean, I can use it, but I can't use it for flounder fishing, which is what I want bait for, right? Fish for carp and catfish here in the UK. Just hit 50 subs. Right on. It starts slow and then it keeps on growing. Got to stay consistent with it. Man, I forgot to spray on some sun lotion and I feel my face starting to catch these rays and it doesn't feel too great. It's been burned for the last couple of weekends. Nothing in that throw. What I need to do is wait for another one of those schools to swim by, throw on it and let it sink to the bottom, and hope that we've got some good finger mullet down hanging out there. We've already got a good thing. Whoa, what is that? What is that thing? Is that a puffer? Dude, I think I just caught a puffer in here, you guys. Let me see. Oh, there's some big mullet right under it, too. Oh, we got a couple in here. No, I didn't want those. I wanted that big puffer it looked like, or maybe it was a crab. I got to throw this big mullet back in there because I do not want it. Oh, it was a crab. He looked like a puffer, though. Yeah, another one of those big mullet, but that's not what I'm looking for. I thought this was a puffer coming through the water. The way it was swimming, it reminded me of a puffer. And then I got a little baby. I don't even know what this is. It's tiny. Maybe like a tiny angelfish or something? Not really sure. Get it back in the water. You are right, Marcus. And that's what I was thinking. I just didn't want to say it out loud. I did remember to put some on yesterday. Oh, we got a crowd here watching me. We've got to catch something nice now. I don't see anymore. I think they're hanging down low, staying away from the mister with the net. Stranger danger for these fish. Man, my net tastes really fishy and salty. I should have just brought my gear and set up to fish over here. We could have done that. Ooh. Oh man, that was kind of crazy. I wish you all could have seen that splash. Man, those people left too at the wrong time. They would have probably gone crazy if they saw that. They're all tiny, but I was hoping to get some bigger ones down at the bottom. I think we're going to give it like 5 more minutes. I do want to try to keep the ones that I did get alive. And last time when I pulled up to where I wanted to fish, they were all dead. So I spent an hour catching bait for no reason. It was because of my pump, it shut off. But maybe this time we can make it happen. And I think what I'm going to do is walk back to my car, take the camera with me, leave all this posted up right here, because I doubt anyone's going to take a bucket of bait. But I have been surprised. People have surprised me out here with what they will steal. So I don't want to give people too much credit and thinking that they're not going to take my bait bucket and these 3 mullet right here. But you never know. I think that's going to be the easiest thing. So I can pull up my car right here, load everything up in a minute, and pull out of here. So I really don't feel like carrying all this stuff back. I did it last time, and I was glad that I had a 20-minute drive to where I was fishing to get my arms a rest. Another bigger crab rolling through here. Man, I shaved before coming out here. I shaved this morning, and all the salt water is stinging my skin. That's the aftershave effect. Not seeing anything anymore. These things have wisened up and said, we're not going that way anymore. Is that something right there? I can't quite tell. I don't want any of those big mullet. Got enough of those. Something flashing there. I'm just gonna throw it. I don't see it. Man, that wind really kept my net from opening up. It was right into my face. Yeah, we didn't get anything. I was unlucky though that wind came through right as I threw that. That's the truth, Marcus. They see something unattended and for some reason fiend for it, get attracted to it. It's the thrill of getting away with it that entices people. It's a good bit of bait hanging out right there. They're all tiny. I'm hoping there's some bigger ones down below them. We're going to let that sink and then find out. I got to walk over there because there's too many things hanging off of the bridge here that are going to keep that from coming up here smoothly. Man, my net didn't close because one of the loops decided to twist around the top, and so it just made a giant hole. Oh man, oh, we got a great shrimp there though. That's going in the bucket. Let me show you guys. Nice live shrimp. Hold it from its whiskers. Nice shrimp. Hopefully we keep that alive, just to have it eaten up by pinfish in a little bit. Oh my goodness, permanent ban? Send me the instructions. Do I have to give you my social security? No, oh no, I don't want my channel to be banned permanently. What? No way. Send me all the instructions that I need. Go ahead and text them to me. My number is 911. Just send a text and tell them that my channel is going to be banned. I'll take a look at it later. Man, this wind won't let up. I'm going to get one more throw. I think we've got probably a little over a dozen mullet in there, which isn't quite enough, but I am going to fish artificials as well. So I really don't care if we've got too much live bait. Oh, that wind came right back. It was a great throw. Gotta let it sink, hit the bottom. And we'll check it out. I think I'm gonna go get a couple more throws by the grass where I threw it last time. See if I can get any more live shrimp. So that was a perfect size live shrimp right there. Picked up some metal wire out of there. All right. I'm going to throw along the grass here to my right. That way you guys can see me. And hopefully we can get some shrimp. Oh, it was a great throw. The only problem is part of my net is over the grass. So it couldn't close all the way. But let's see, maybe we got one shrimp in there. I just saw it. They like to hang out along the grass because they're safer there. So maybe I'll just get a few more throws for these grass crawlers, also known as shrimp. And then mosey on out of here and go do some fishing. Do another throw along the grass here. It's like we might have got a mullet, and we did, which is, I'd argue, better than the shrimp. It's actually what I'm out here trying to get. Maybe we've got a shrimp in there with them. Nope, just the mullet, but a perfect size mullet for fishing for flounder. Just a few inches. I think what I can do is carry this bucket, carry the net with me, carry my tripod, and leave these mullet out here. Nobody's gonna come and steal mullet that's been sitting on this concrete cooking up for the last 35 minutes. If they do, then I'll know we're in a bad state here. I don't mean that geographically, I mean state-wise, as far as things are going. Let me go get a throw on this left side. You guys won't be able to see me, and I don't want to show you this left side. Beautiful throw right up along the grass. But I didn't throw it into the grass that time. Maybe we'll be able to grab us a few shrimp with that one. I see something in there. It might just be leaves. Okay, we've got one shrimp. What else do we have in there? Oh, we've got some seaweed. And maybe there's some shrimp on that seaweed. Come here, shrimpy. What are you doing? We got one little shrimp. Pretty cool. Oh, threw him outside of the bucket. And then we got this seaweed. You see that? That could go right into an aquarium right there. I thought we might have some shrimp hanging out on it, but it doesn't appear so. Be nice to get a couple of more mullet. Don't really care too much for the shrimp. We're gonna do one last throw here and then get out of here and go fish with what we do have. Thank God I didn't lose my mic because it's been sitting here ready to be caught by my cast net and chucked into the water. And I just realized that with this last throw, how easy that would have been. What do we got there? We've got a pinfish, which is fine to use for flounder. This size is perfect, actually. Let's do one more throw. Last cast is also like last throw. One and the same. Oh, that was actually a really garbo throw. Some sort of a tangle in there. We're gonna have to work that out and throw that again, because there's no way that that counted as a throw. One of these days, I'm going to get really excited with my throw. I don't know if you guys can see the way that this bridge here is built. Is the bottom is flared out. Not sure what that purpose for that design is, other than for me to have a bad footing while leaning over this, because my feet are placed way behind me. And one day I'm going to get carried away with my throw and topple down here. And then the state and city will have to answer up to that, right? I'll somehow win the case and tell them the design of the bridge, and then they'll put no fishing signs up here. Good thing we're not fishing though, we're just catching bait. Takes one to ruin it for the rest. Alright, one more throw. I'm trying to wait for this wind to let up a little bit. It's just hammering me right in the face. There we go. That was a better throw. We got it probably 95% of the way open. Felt it touch the bottom. What's that floating through here? I hear something splashing in there. Oh, it's a big mullet, and I didn't want that. Man, when I need some big mullets like these big old cobs for red drum fishing, I'm gonna have to come throw the net out here for a little bit. Relax, buddy. Relax. Dude doesn't want me to carry him at all. I wish there was a big old osprey here that I could feed this to. All right, our bait is starting to slow down in there, so we do want to get out of here. Give them a chance at surviving. So let's pack up this net. Try to fit it back in this little plastic box that it came in. It's like mattress linens. You're never gonna get this thing put back into its place like it came from the factory. I am soaked from doing this. I'm sure I smell really good, like mullet. Read my chats, dude. I'm getting banned. Yeah, I saw that. I'm getting banned. I tell them my phone number to text me all the information that I got to do to get my channel restored. Definitely don't want to get my channel banned. So if you're still watching, you still want to ban me, text me. My number is just 911. Really simple. Shortcut number to me. Let them know you're going to ban me and why. All right. Take care, y'all. I will see you maybe in about 40 minutes, 30 minutes. Give me some time. What's up, APEC? You got here a little late, buddy. Sorry. All right. God bless you guys. Read your Bibles and happy fishing. I'll see you in a little bit.